We are back and ready for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Bluefield and number 2 Tennessee Wesleyan here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello again, everybody. My name is Bailey Engel. We're glad to have you with us for the second game of this doubleheader, which of course will only be 7 innings. But Bluefield had Tennessee Wesleyan on the ropes there in the bottom of the 9th inning in Game 1. Eventually lost that game 3-1, but it was a fantastic game pitched on both sides. Stephen Estep threw the full 9 innings for Bluefield. Got the loss, gave up 3 runs with only one of them being earned. But now Alex Perkins, the sophomore from Christiansburg, Virginia, will go up against Reichenborn. Reichenborn, the center fielder, awaits, and the first pitch is high and inside, ball 1. We get this one started at 4:02 Eastern Standard Time. Beautiful day for baseball here in the 2 Virginias as Perkins looks out of that glove, and he's ready to deal the 1-0. Center fielder looks at it low and away. He had 3 hits in his last game. So it'll go Meichenborn, Dreyer, Bryce Giles, Manny Perez, the DH, who was the pitcher in 7 1/3, got the win against Bluefield in the last game. He'll back cleanup. 2-0. Hit in the air to deep center field. Huntley backs up, settles down, makes the catch for the first out. Dreyer to the plate, third baseman. And after that, Manny Perez, the DH, Anthony Williams, the first baseman, Dan Fry playing in left field and batting 6th. Al Cruz, the catcher in this game, batting 7th, with Adrian Marquez, the right fielder, batting 8th, and Joshmel Rodriguez, the 6th, or wearing number 1, and playing at shortstop. Cole Belair will be the pitcher in Game 2. That breaking ball hits outside. Count goes 0-1 with 1 out. Beautiful day here for a couple of baseball games. Have one more tomorrow. That'll be at 1 o'clock. Here's the 0-1. Outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll be senior day as well, so a very big day for Bluefield College, trying to find a win against the number 2 team in the country. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Here's the pitch. In the ground onto the right side, gobbled up by Torres. Sidearms to first in time, 2 outs. Guess I should tell you who's in the field. Ozzie Millette over at third. Marcus Espinal playing it short another time for the Rams. Carlos Torres getting the start at second base, where he was brought in to play at second back in that first game after Andy Pena bombed the ball around a couple of times. And now at first base, Edgar Bernard. Same in the outfield. Napoleon in left, Huntley in center, and Andreas Holzer out in right field. That is hit high in the air, out to left field. Napoleon in the corner, and he makes the catch. Great job by, or rather, as that one drops in, and that ball will keep Giles all the way over to third for a triple. Hard to see around this corner here, folks. Was just trying to judge it on how everybody was trying to back him up here. Bryce Giles now on the corner at third base with 2 gone. Well, I was told that a press box would be built behind home plate one day. And really counting down the days, folks. 2 outs. Here comes Manny Perez, who leads this team in average, hitting over 400 this year. Actually right behind Max Dreyer. So he's hitting .403, 2 homers, 22 RBIs. A base hit here could give Tennessee Wesleyan the lead, as the DH awaits on the right side. Masterful through 7 1/3 shutout innings. The pitch, watches it low and away, ball 1. By the way, Alex Perkins for Bluefield, no doubt the ace for the Rams this year, 6-4, 4.62 ERA across 64 1/3. Allowed 65 hits, 43 runs, 33 of them being earned. 1-0. Pops outside and low again. 2 balls, no strikes. And you talk about the earned runs, that is really what hampered Bluefield in Game 1 of this doubleheader. They had 6 errors. So 2 of the 3 runs off of Estep weren't even earned. 2-0. There's a strike. Right back on a fastball on the top of the zone. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Starting to heat up as the sun sets over top of this Bowen field that has been so masterfully worked by the Bluefield College Rams staff. Runner at third. Top of the first inning, 2-1. Into the air, out to left center field. Huntley backs up, makes the catch. 3 outs. On to the bottom of the first inning. Rams will try to come to bat and take the lead. Still no score here in Bluefield. Cole Belair is on the mound now for Tennessee Wesleyan. His team locked in at 0-0 as Huntley looks in at a first pitch strike on the inside corner. So Cole Belair getting the start after Manny Perez pitched such a great game against Bluefield in the 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. No balls, 2 strikes. Manny Perez is undefeated on this season. Right now in Tennessee Wesleyan is 42-8, 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Belair is pushing the pace of this one already. He's got a 1.80 ERA. That is insane. 9-1 on this season across 70 innings. 1-2. Slice foul, right side now to play. So that's what you can expect from the number 2 team in NAIA. You're going to have guys that can start and stay in for a long time. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jose Santana on deck and Ozzie Millette in the hole. Pepe Napoleon, third baseman, or excuse me, left fielder, batting 4th. 2-2. Huntley pops it up right side. Giles backs up into shallow right, waved off by Marquez, and the right fielder makes the grab for out number 1. Gonna bring up Santana. Oh, Santana got a knock in that first game as well. Rams had the tying run aboard there in the bottom of the 9th inning. That pitch crosses the knees for strike 1. They also had bottom or bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th. That was when the score was only 2-0 and Huntley struck out. Meanwhile, that pitch is skied up in the air, right side. This time, Giles will get it as he backs up to make the grab. 2 outs. Ozzie Millette up to the plate now with 2 gone. 2 straight pop-ups on the right side. Ozzie Millette up against Belair. Kick and the pitch. Swinging a chopper down the third base line, and after it bounces high, goes to 0-1. 3:35 down the lines here in Bluefield. Rams playing at the home of the Bluefield Blue Jays as well as the 0-1 is on the inside corner. Strike two. Ozzie Millette down to his final strike in the bottom of the first inning. Still no score. Got on and missed. 3 pitches and an out. All it takes to get Ozzie Millette is now we go to the second inning. 3 up, 3 down for Bluefield. Still scoreless at Bowen. Welcome back to Bowen Field. Top of the second, still scoreless. Alex Perkins is on the mound. He'll duel against the 5-6-7 now. Anthony Williams, the first baseman, leads it off. Williams got 1 hit off of E-step in the last game. First pitch to him from Perkins, though, is outside. So E-step, the lefty, pitched the entirety of that first game for Bluefield. Rams ended up losing 3-1. Perkins trying to keep this close in another pitcher's duel, possibly. Here's the 1-0. In the air, deep to center. Huntley jogs back. Should have it, and he does. 1 out. It's now 1 out, nobody on, and Dan Fry up. So Tennessee Wesleyan 42-8. Rams did beat them a couple of years ago at Bowen Field in 2017. So trying to get a win to set up tomorrow on Senior Day to be a rubber match. The pitch, golfed up in the air on a low one. Espinal backs up, looks at it in the sunny sky, and makes the catch. 2 outs. That's another thing you do see out of Tennessee Wesleyan. They are not afraid to take a cut at the first pitch. Al Cruz, short for Aloysius Cruz. Perkins trying to keep this one at a close and really easy top of the second. The pitch rounded foul down the third baseline, and I got to admit to you folks, I did not see that ball at all. Can't wait to get a press box behind home plate. There's nothing we can really do about it now. We're in the last series at Bowen Field of the 2019 season. Fingers crossed for 2020. Here's the 0-1. Cruz looks at it on the corner and takes strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cruz is ready. Perkins nods to Cardona and fires. In the dirt, Cardona keeps in front for ball 1. Have to give it for Joseph Cardona. For these doubleheaders, he never has came out. He catches the entire doubleheader of 16 innings. And he's going to catch tomorrow, too. Here's the 1-2. Outside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, still scoreless, top of the 2nd inning. Perkins trying to maintain his reputation as the ace. 2-2. Inside, corner, got him. Cruz looked at it, and Perkins struck him out. On to the bottom of the 2nd, still scoreless here in Bluefield. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Bluefield all tied up at 0. Cole Belair still on the mound. Alex Perkins just struck out a man looking to end the top of the 2nd, and Napoleon takes a strike 1. Nonchalantly showed bunt there, 4-5-6-2 up for the Rams. Here's the 0-1. Swings and fouls it off his body as it kicks out on the 3rd base side, and Napoleon is down 0-2. Napoleon scored the game's only run for Bluefield in the first game in the 9th inning. Played at home on an RBI single from Dre Holzer. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ready for the 0-2, here it is. Got on and missed. Got him, strike 3. So 1 out, and here's Joseph Cardona. Doubled in the last game, lifted the ball to deep center. Reichenborn backed up very far to try to get that when it went to the warning track. That one goes outside, ball 1. Noted in this game that the outfielders have tended to play in as the 1-0 goes outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Boy, for Belair, he really is a new age fan of the game's best friend. Pitching so quickly, 2-0. Nubs at it, it's outside, 3-0. Might want to slow it down, though, after missing the zone on 3 straight pitches to Joseph Cardona. Play resumed. Here's the rock and the offer. Down the middle, strike 1. As might want to call timeout at one point. I mean, he is just firing them home. 3-1. Got on and missed, strike 2, full count. Belair working quickly, and Cardona recognizes that and calls time. Payoff. Slice foul, and that hit us right in the press box almost. Oh, almost is the key word. Another payoff. Outside ball 4. Rams have their first base runner of the ball game. Bluefield can take that go-ahead run now at first with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning.
Running the first, Matt Larson. At the plate, number 33, Andreas Holzer.
Andreas Holzer. Matt Larson on as the courtesy runner now at first base. Here's the pitch. Holzer swings and chops it over on the middle. Throw to second in time. Back to first, not even covering. And there is the second out. It's hard to see that one, too, as now for Bel Air, gloved it on a hop, threw straight to second base. Holzer is on with the fielder's choice. Espinal to the plate.
Shortstop, Marcus Espinal.
Marcus Espinal up for Bluefield. He was walked in that ninth inning. Could have been the tying run, but he was left on base. First pitch, he swings and cranks it out to right field. Marquez nonchalantly backs up, throws up the glove, and squeezes for the third and final out of the second inning. We have played 2 innings, still scoreless here in the 7-inning ball game. Doubleheader finale here on a Saturday. Tennessee Wesleyan and Bluefield. Now on to the top of the third. Bluefield all locked up at 0. Alex Perkins trying to keep that way. And here comes Adrian Marquez, the right fielder. Marquez with the bat on the shoulder on the left side. Perkins, the righty, fires home. And it's a fastball that hits the outside corner for a strike. Playing here at Bowen Field, home of the Bluefield Blue Jays. And if you watch sports and you don't live under a rock, you might realize that somebody in the Blue Jays organization made a very big debut yesterday. 0-1, cut on and missed, strike 2. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. played his first Major League ball game yesterday, got a double in the ninth inning, set up the potential go-ahead run. Eventually, a home run was hit anyway by the Blue Jays to win that one over the A's last night. Vladdy went 1 for 4, but reasoning, I say this because as the 0-2 is hit on the ground on the right side, gloved by Bernard, up on his knees, throw to first, skips away, and backing it up Cardona, so that will likely be an infield single, and it is a hit. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. played on this exact field back in 2016. Played over 60 games for the Bluefield Blue Jays and did not get called up that year. So Vladdy played for every team in the Bluefield or in the Toronto Blue Jays minor league system except the Vancouver Canadians. Bluefield was very lucky to have him for a whole year. Here's Joshmel Rodriguez, first pitch. He swings and pops it up, foul territory, first base side. Bernard reaches and it lands on top of the Coppinger room. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. So the final batter in the lineup, Tyler Reichenborn on deck, who is 0 for 1. Rams could use one of those big double plays that they had in that first game. That was another reason why Bluefield kept it so close for so long. Pickoff attempt, tag. Nearly got him. Perkins is very good at picking off runners. We saw Estep do that. And also Estep turned one of those 3 double plays. So the Rams, despite those 6 errors, had good plays in the field. It wasn't all bad news bears for Bluefield. Rodriguez shows bunt, lays it down. First base side, picked up by Perkins. Ham-fisted, throws to first, got him. Sacrifice is there. Tennessee Wesleyan thought potentially their shortstop had beaten it out. Now runners at second with 1 gone, and back to the top of the lineup with Tyler Reichenborn. Sun hiding behind a few clouds, providing temporary shade here at the moment at Bowen Field.
Shortstop Tyler Reichenborn.
Top of the 3rd inning. Playing 7 here in Bluefield. And then final game tomorrow. I'm not going to want to miss it, folks. Senior day at Bowen Field. 1 o'clock first pitch. Heels that one low. Reichenborn flew out last time. Hit the ball well and deep, but it was reined back by Huntley. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, still scoreless. If Estep went that full 9 innings, better believe Mike White wants the same out of Perkins for 7. Ready for the 1-0. In the dirt, skips around. Cardona will keep it. Has a pump fake, and will give it right back to the pitcher. 2 balls, no strikes. Counted 2 balls, no strikes. Ready for the second out. Perkins checks and deals. Hit on a line over the shortstop's glove and into left field. Napoleon will get it and throw it back to the cutoff man, Espinal. Now there are runners on the corners. Well, Marquez did the right thing. He didn't want to take off, and the chance that Espinal was very close to getting that for the second out. Could have doubled him up, but instead Espinal had to jump up and just watch the ball go over the leather. That'll bring up Max Dreyer with 1 out. Rams hoping for the double play. Not playing with the infield in as of yet. Third baseman is ready at the dish. Perkins looks. Ball back in the glove. Checks at third. Nods again. He'll pitch. Fastball and a good one. Blazing right towards the knees. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bluefield trying to keep this one close. They have yet to lead today as that pickoff attempt is caught on a bounce by Bernard. You got to keep those up if you're Perkins. Runners on the corners for the number 2 ranked Bulldogs at 42-8. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside by a hair, ball 1. Ball and a strike. Wind has calmed down a little bit down the third baseline, still blowing out towards left field. Pickoff attempt, tag. He got him. Reichenborn diving back to first base. Perkins turned around and sniped him there. He's not getting up. So now here comes Bill Berry. Head coach, Bluefield College alum, used to be a Bluefield College head coach, and he wants an explanation. Well, Bernard laid the tag down. That was certainly close. Called him out. And it's not like we have video review. Reichenborn is going to have to leave first base. He's standing there for a while. He's have to walk back to the dugout. What a big pickoff attempt and a huge out. Now that keeps the runner at third, but a ground ball can only be thrown to first now. And then having the Rams have to worry about that double play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dreher with a base hit could take the lead, even if there isn't a runner at first anymore. Counting 1-1. Perkins out of the Desert Storm uniform. Checks third. Here's the pitch. And a dirt. Cardona smacks it down. Now it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Wind gusting back behind Alex Perkins in his 3rd inning of work. He's picked off people before, and that was a big one. He picked off a man against Union. 2-1. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Perkins chases, gets it on a bare hand, throws to first. Not in time. Boy, that's just unlucky for Bluefield. It turns out to be an RBI single for Dreher. 1-0 for Tennessee Wesleyan. It played on so much hop, so much spin, and Alex Perkins, really the closest out he could have gotten there is if he would have just batted it back home, and even then I think that Marquez was going to be safe. So now 1-0 Tennessee Wesleyan leads. Brings up Bryce Giles, switch hitter. Now batting left-handed against the righty in Perkins. First pitch to him. Watches down the middle for a strike. Another fastball from Perkins on a beautiful day in Bluefield. And Rams have relied on their pitchers to make some big plays today in the field. E-Step turned that double play. He's tried to run off the mound a few times to get a couple of ground balls, and I think much to the dismay of some of his other players trying to do it. Here's the 0-1. Inside. That nearly hit the hip of Giles. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 2 gone. Runner at first. Giles, the 3rd hitter in the lineup, as he swings and cranks that one out to center field. Huntley calls for it, and he'll get it. 3rd out in the top of the 3rd. A run scores, though, after that infield single from Dreher. Tennessee Wesleyan leads 1-0 on to the bottom of the 3rd inning in this 7-inning contest. Cole Belair is on the mound for his 3rd inning of work, and he deals a first pitch foul ball to Edgardo Bernard here at the bottom end of the Bluefield lineup. 1-0 after the infield single from the 3rd baseman Dreher in the top of the 3rd inning. Rams have trailed all day and only scored 1 run so far in aggregate being outscored 4-1. That pitch misses just a bit outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. 8-9-1 due up for the Rams. 1-1. Inside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 2. So Bernard had a few chances in game 1 to really try to put Bluefield back in it, just missed the mark. The pitch, he swings and shoots it up the middle, a base knock. Bernard with a hit, and the first one for Bluefield in game 2 comes in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Carlos Torres, tying run aboard for the Rams. Also have to remember, it was until the 7th inning of game 1 of this doubleheader where Bluefield even had a runner in scoring position. Manny Perez was just that good. Then Ochoa came in, couldn't get the save even though he had Bluefield down to their final strike. But Granith got the job done, his 3rd save of the year. First pitch, Torres shows bunt, hits it on the ground, in fair territory, throw to first in time from Cruz, and it's a sacrifice. One good thing, Bernard had a good enough jump there. Torres put that one on the ground with a chance for really Cruz to rifle it down to second base. Couldn't do it though. Here's Jordan Huntley. Base hit would tie the game as the shade starts to go onto the mountains here. Bottom of the 3rd inning with 1 out. Huntley 0 for 1. The first pitch strike down the middle. Bernard on with a single up the middle. Cole Belair. 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Chop foul again. 3rd base side into the Tennessee Wesleyan dugout. 0-2. Well, the sun beaming down from the first base end. Boy, Bluefield is playing in a bit of spring heat. Pitch. Got on and missed. Actually looked like Huntley got a piece of it there, and it bounced into the body of the catcher, Al Cruz. Cruz is a bit bothered by that foul ball. And where it looked like it hit him, you can't really blame him. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second base, trying to tie up the ball game with a base knock here. Now Cruz, after that moment of pain, seems to be all right now. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Huntley looks at it high. Keeps it at 1-2. Well, the Rams trying to close out the regular season with a bang. Some big wins that Bluefield had, of course. That last win they had against Bryan. I think the biggest series of the year for the Rams is taking 2 of 3 against Point. 1-2. Into the air, out to right field. Marquez has to backpedal. Still backpedaling, makes the catch. Tagging up Bernard. He will get to third, sliding in safely. Productive out. Huntley puts the tying run on the corner at third base, and a chance for Jose Santana to bring him home on a base knock. Other wins for the Rams. They just missed the mark against Milligan, a team that's below them in the conference standings. Unfortunately got swept against Truett McConnell. Rams also swept against the University of the Cumberlands. But they have been able to get the job done in these midweek games. That pitch goes outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Belair with a runner at third. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside. 2-0. So a 1.80 ERA. You can tell that Belair likes to dictate the pace of his game and keep it so quick. We saw the same thing out of Cuomo for Bryan when he was mowing through Bluefield, keeping it very, very quickly paced. As Santana lifts that one on the ground over to short, gobbled up Rodriguez, throw to first. in time. Williams looked like he came off of the bag there for his second, but the Rams will not argue, and Bluefield leaves the tying run aboard at third base. 1-0 Tennessee Wesleyan, on to the fourth. Top of the fourth, Manny Perez to lead it off for Tennessee Wesleyan as they are up 1-0. 7-inning ball game. Perkins deals, and the first pitch to the DH is bounced up towards short. Espinal gloves, throws to first, got him by a step. Now there's one out. Anthony Williams, the first baseman. He's up 0 for 1. 4 hits so far coming for Tennessee Wesleyan. A hit apiece for the first three batters in Reichenborn, Dreyer, and Giles, and then down to Adrian Marquez. He scored the lone run of the ball game. The RBI single from Dreyer. First pitch. He swings and cranks it out to right field, bouncing all the way to Holzer. Well, Tennessee Wesleyan likes to swing at these first pitch strikes. Dan Fry up to the dish now with one out and a runner aboard at first base. Almost at the halfway point in this game. Of course, playing 7 innings here in Game 2. After playing 9 in Game 1, Rams lost that one 3-1. Nods and deals. Popped up, left side. In the infield, Millette makes the catch. Espinal was right behind him, breathing down his neck. 2 outs. Communication has been there slightly more for Bluefield in Game 2. Kind of amazed by what we saw at Tennessee Wesleyan as far as just the infield commands in Game 1, but that is something you can expect out of a team that is not only number 2 in the country, but has only lost 8 games this year. Play 50 games and win 42 of them. That's pretty incredible. Shade starting to envelop out in right field. 1-0 our score. That pitch is grounded foul. Down the line. Got an 0-1. Al Cruz up to the dish. He got smacked with the ball near the groin as the catcher in the last half inning. Now up to the plate. Seems to be okay. Williams is at first base. Wind blowing back in, now fully in the shade now. Check swing and a fastball high, didn't go around, no question. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bluefield College, what a win this would be for them. The pitchers have to keep them into it, which Perkins is attempting to do. 1-1. Popped up down the right field line. This could be trouble as it starts to drop very quickly, and it drops in fair territory. Throws it back to first base. And I don't know about that. That was very, very close. Nobody seems to be arguing it, though. Al Cruz landed that one seemingly about a foot to the left of the right field line. After that inside-out swing, brings on a new runner. Blake Stevens on at first as the courtesy runner. Runners on the corners now. Here's Marquez. 6 hits already for Tennessee Wesleyan. 1 run to show for it at the moment. 2 outs, top of the 4th. And Perkins backs off. Checks at third and deals. Marquez watches it high and outside, ball 1. Slight jam for Perkins. Just needs to get that final out to pitch another scoreless frame. Wesleyan scored a run back in the 3rd inning off of a little nubber swinging bunt. Pickoff attempt. Very close. Didn't get it. Well, Perkins already has 1 pickoff that has worked today. Reichenborn sniped at first base. Well, Marquez, if he's able to hit this one, could make it 2-0. Perkins relaxes and deals. Got on and missed. Evens it up at 1-1. So runners on the corners. Right fielder is ready, and now the pickoff attempt. Good scoop by Bernard. Perkins is getting very close to letting that one bounce behind his first baseman. 1-1 with 2 outs. Slightly decent crowd for a Bluefield College baseball game on hand today. Saw the softball team out there. Fortunately, their season is over. Here's the 1-1. Hit him. Oh, boy, Perkins lost him there. Bases are loaded. Brings up Josh Mel Rodriguez with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, Wesleyan up 1-0. That train whistling on in right field. Rams trying to get out of the jam here in the infield. The pitch, and it's high. The shortstop reached his last time. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-0 the score. Here's the pitch. Rodriguez fouls it back, 1-1. He had a sacrifice bunt his last at bat. It was a good one, but likely won't see that here. Counted 1-1 with 2 outs. Ready to go. Perkins looks at the bases loaded, full of Bulldogs. 1-1. Hit in the air, left center field. That will drop for a base hit. Williams will score. Here comes Stevens. He gets there, and it's a 2-run single for Rodriguez to make it 3-0. So those are definitely earned runs, and now for Tennessee Wesleyan trying to pile on here in the top of the 4th inning. Brings us back to the top of the lineup with Reichenborn. Got on with a base hit his last time up and then was Picked off at first base by Alex Perkins. So with more and more clouds coming overhead, 3-0 the score. Tennessee Wesleyan leads. Another pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Two gone. 3-0. 7 hits for Tennessee Wesleyan, only 1 for Bluefield. Nods and fires. And it's a fastball across the chest, strike 1. So still 3-0, not a large deficit. Oh and 1 with 2 outs. The pitch, outside and low again. 1 ball, 1 strike. No arms warming up at the pen. Haven't seen a mound visit yet from Thomas Huddleston. Only need 1 more out. One. In on the ground, near short. Backhanded stab, Espinal. Throws to second. He got him. Wow. What a play by Espinal. And that ends it here in the top of the 4th inning. That could have been a single all the way, but Espinal tossed it on to Torres for the 3rd out. 3-0. Tennessee Wesleyan leads on to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, Tennessee Wesleyan giving Bel Air a couple of more runs of support. 3, 4, 5 are up for the Rams. First pitch cut on and missed from Ozzie Millette as the sun starts to fight his way through the clouds on the first base side. Bailey Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams fans and Bulldogs fans alike. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air out to right field. It will drop for a base hit. Throw to first. Very close. It skips away from Williams. Millette on his way to second. He will get there. Now looping around second, looking for third, and he will stay in scoring position over at second base. Well, Marquez tried to throw him out at first base. It seemed like a tall task. Millette might have been jogging it out. But instead blazed a throw over. Millette gets to advance on the throwing error, and Bluefield has a runner in scoring position with no outs. Brings up Pepe Napoleon. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And a Napoleon with a chance to put Bluefield on the board. That's only the 2nd hit for the Rams in this game. Bottom of the fourth, we're playing 7. Belair kicks and fires. Swinging a rip up the middle, base hit. Millette on to third as that one was thrown back into the infield by Reichenborn, and the Rams will keep runners on the corners. Every time Napoleon gets a hit, it's like a slingshot move that he does. Kind of like what a professional wrestler does to get the crowd excited. 3-0 the score. Cardona with a chance. Swing of the bat could tie the game. Really anything could bring a run home. First pitch. Cardona fouls it back, and Bluefield is starting to put the bat on the ball against Belair. They scored all 3 of their runs, Tennessee Wesleyan, with 2 outs. Rams going to get something started here with runners on the corners and nobody out. Well, Belair is still pushing the pace into the stretch. Pickoff attempt, not in time. There is a gigantic gap between Giles and Williams as he's covering for that double play up the middle. But if Cardona puts it on the ground on the right side, that is a base knock all the way. 0-1. Cardona slices it on the third base side. Kicked around by Dreher. Picks it up, throw to first. Did he get him? Yes. That was a little bit closer than it should have been. A productive out, but not productive enough. Tons of backspin on it. Dreher gloved it, threw it over to first base. Swing of the bat could still tie the game, but now with Napoleon in scoring position, Bluefield could score 2 runs if Holzer's able to knock one into the outfield. Even a fly ball could also make it 3-1. First pitch. Holzer with a check swing. Did he go? No. Ball 1. Belair in his first jam had runners aboard with nobody out. Now has 1 out. One-0. Swung on and fouled right into the mitt of Cruz. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Three 0, the advantage for Tennessee Wesleyan at the moment. Ready for the 1-1. In the dirt, Cruz pops it down with a chest guard, gives it right back to the pitcher. 2 balls and 1 strike. Count at 2-1. Holzer is up in the box on the right side of the plate. He's been that way against every pitcher today. 2-1. Check swing. He went around that time. Strike 2. Holzer knew it, and he wants that one back. 2-2. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. 2 gone now, and Marcus Espinal is the last chance for Bluefield to put some runs aboard in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the inning started off with the single from Millette, got over to second on the throwing error from right field. Napoleon got on himself with a single. And after the grounder from Cardona, a strikeout of Holzer. So now 2 outs, 2 men aboard. Pitch. Espinal looks at it low, bounces away from Cruz. Here comes Millette. He will stand up to score. Rams are within 2. It's 3-1. Swing of the bat could still tie the game up. Ready for the 1-0. Espinal swings and misses, strike 1. Ball and a strike with 2 gone. Here's the pitch. And he called time, so that did not matter. 1-1. LA looked to be a bit frustrated there. One. Misses outside, ball 2. Rams have scored a run in this inning. They have made it a 3-1 game. That was the final score of game 1. And it took Bluefield all the way up until the 9th inning to score. 2-1. Swinging a slow tapper down the third baseline. Dreyer gets it on a hop. Sidearms to first in time for the final out of the 4th inning. Rams score a run, though, on a couple of hits and leave 1 man on base. On to the 5th inning of this 7-inning contest. 3-1, Tennessee Wesleyan on top. Top of the 5th inning, Alex Perkins is still on for Bluefield. Now in a 3-1 ball game. Rams are on the board. Down by just 2 runs as Dreyer swings and cranks that one into center field on a line drive. 1 pitch and a single already for the third baseman. Bryce Giles trying to keep it going, batting left-handed against the righty. Bailey Engel on the call here. Glad to have you. As the Rams look for a win against Tennessee Wesleyan, trying to force a rubber match tomorrow. That one will be at 1 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network again. Senior day for Bluefield College. Giles is 1 for 2. Perkins fires, shows bunt. It's called a strike anyway, strike 1. So Tennessee Wesleyan has scored in the 3rd and 4th innings. 1 run in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th. All of those being with 2 outs as the Rams played it 1 on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 4th. Perkins bends the knees, picks off, nothing. No balls, 1 strike. Looking for the 0-1. Can't lay down the bunt. And he went around. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pickoff attempt, Perkins trying to make it his 2nd pickoff of the game. Doesn't come up with anything there. 0-2 to Giles. 3-1 the score. Rams are only down by 2 runs. They've scored 2 runs today in total. 0-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Base is occupied, so there is a big strikeout for Perkins. Now the Rams can hope for the double play to back their way into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Designated hitter, Manny Perez.
Manny Perez, the DH that came into this game hitting over 400. 0 for 2 so far, that means he's due. Perkins with another pickoff attempt, just a bit too slow. Dreyer dives back. Just one out. Beautiful day at Bowen Field. 2 Virginias. And if you're around here, just come to the game because we all live in Bluefield. There's not much else to do. Pickoff attempt is slow. I mean, unless you're going to Bob Evans or maybe El Patio, just either eat or go to City Park out in right field. Come to a baseball game. Pitch to Perez, fouls it back. A count at 0-1 to the DH. Rams 23-21, 11-14 in the AAC. Tennessee Wesleyan 19-6 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Likely to be the 1 seed in the conference tournament. Here's the 0-1. Outside drop by Cardona, rolling down the first baseline. Dreyer's going to stay at first base. 1-1. How can Bluefield keep this close? Perkins working from the stretch and keeping this a little bit more deliberate. Really has slowed down the game. Perez has got to call time here, and he won't. 1-1. The pitch. Ground ball over to third. Millette tosses to second in time. On to first. Got him. 5-4-3 double play. A big one there for Bluefield College, keeping them within 2. On to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Bluefield is coming to bat. Eight, 9-1 up for the Rams in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Edgardo Bernard against Belair. He swings and grounds that one straight to first on a hop. Williams, he'll take it himself and win the race to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, Rams scored a run in the 4th inning. I was going to let it off with a single, eventually got to 3rd, and then came home on a wild pitch.
Second baseman Carlos Torres.
Rams have not found offensive success today as expected against the number 2 team in the country and 2 of the big aces they have. First pitch is down low to Carlos Torres. He swings and drills it over to 3rd, snatched by Dreyer. Boy, Bluefield cannot catch a break. Three pitches, 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup with Jordan Huntley, as Carlos Torres now goes to 0 for 1 after laying down a sacrifice his first time up. Huntley is 0 for 2. First pitch to him, outside and low. Gray clouds starting to come from right to left, providing some shade here, making it a bit more chilly with the wind. But other than that, great day for baseball at Bowen. Belair deals 1-0. There's down the middle with a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Here's the pitch. I didn't miss by much. 2 balls and 1 strike. Whether it was Manny Perez or Belair, Tennessee Wesleyan flexing as far as the rotation goes. Huntley skies it out, right field. Giles calls for it. He waves and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down, onto the 6th inning, the penultimate inning of this ball game. Bluefield down 3-1. Anthony Williams up, trying to add on to this 3-1 lead. 6th inning. We're only playing 7 today. First pitch, Williams swings and misses. Perkins is still on the mound for Bluefield. So far, 5 innings. He struck out 2, no walks, and he's given up 3 earned runs on 8 hits. Thrown now 59 pitches. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a chopper foul down the first base side. Now it's 0-2. So Bluefield will have the 2-3-4-2 up in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're going to have 2 more chances to bat, try to cut into this and even up the series, force a rubber match tomorrow. Getting a bit chillier now. Everybody in the bullpen has those jackets on. Here's the 0-2. Outside, nearly got him, ball 1. Of course, here in our press box, it's about 15 degrees hotter than it is outside. And our fan going, recycling all of that used air. Ready for the 1-2. Drops outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Shade has enveloped Bowen Field. Rams have not found consistent hits off of Belair, who is pitched so rapidly for Tennessee Wesleyan. I mean, it's almost like it's a race. 2-2. Williams watches it high and away, ball 3. 3 straight balls from Alex Perkins. Dan Fry on deck and Aloysius Cruz, the catcher, in the hole. Ready for the payoff. Outside, just missed it, ball 4. First walk of the day for Alex Perkins.
Next fielder, Dan Fry.
Dan Fry up now. Fry's 0 for 2. There's another double play. They turned a great one there in the top of the 5th inning. Five, 4, 3 by Millette. Fry shows bunt, lays it down, and it rolls to the left of the third baseline foul. Well, that almost died right in front of home plate. Quickly 0-1. Got this one started at 4:02, just about an hour and 15 minutes in. Good game on both sides, and Tennessee Wesleyan can keep the game very quick if they have a pitcher that can absolutely deal. 0-1, pulls back and rolls through Cardona. Williams takes off. Cardona fishes it out of the warning track behind him, and it goes to 1-1. I didn't think he realized that the ball rolled completely through him until it was too late. Neither did Williams. And Williams moved over to second. 1 ball, 1 strike. A double play wiped off. See if Fry goes back to the bunt with the runner in scoring position. Millette is still playing up at the infield grass. Perkins walks off. Showing bunt, 1-1, fouls it off. So Fry frustrated now. Trying to swing away at the 1-2 coming up. Billy Engel on the call for you here, Rams Digital Sports Network, where you can find all kinds of Bluefield College sports. Take a look at our YouTube website or our YouTube channel, where you can see all of our previous live streams, including some interviews, and also check us out on Facebook at Bluefield College Athletics and follow us on Twitter at Bluefield Rams. Here's the 1-2. Fry goes down swinging. There's the first out. Couldn't get the bunt down, and Perkins got him to chase at some junk in the dirt.
Catcher, Alex Cruz.
Here's Al Cruz. Here's the first pitch to him. He fouls it back. He's 1 for 2. One update across the AAC. Brunel picking up the AAC softball championship. Well, they beat Milligan. Well, we saw Brunel here at Grand Rec Park, and one of their pitchers, her name escapes me right now, but she had D1 stuff. Here's the 0-1. Cruz fouls it back quickly, 0-2.
For now.
No balls, 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position for Tennessee Wesleyan, the number 2 team in the country, trying to seal the series already. Here we are in the top of the 6th. Perkins looks around and deals 0-2. And the dirt, Cardona lets it slam off of him on to third and diving there. What a good play by Williams. Heads up base running. Oh, deep enough fly ball can make it 4-1. Infield in for Bluefield, not trying to risk anything here on a ground ball. Ready for the 1-2. Outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perkins cannot lose this guy. There's 1 out. Already struck out Fry. More and more gray clouds flying overhead. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The deal. Grounded foul, bouncing off the Tennessee Wesleyan dugout and over to the bird's nest. Those fans get to sit there during Bluefield Blue Jays games. A couple of the old timers that have come out to every game. They have a little bleacher section out for them. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, or 1 out. Runner at third base. Another 2-2. Cruz looks at it high and away. So Perkins works it into a full count again. You can tell a bit frustrated here with himself after being up 0-2 on Williams. He's on at third now after being walked. Trying to keep it at 3-1. Payoff to Cruz. Swing and a liner caught by Millette, trying to race back to the bag at third. He can't beat Williams, but a great catch by the third baseman from Miami. Big time rip, and now Mike White is out of the dugout. Looks like this is going to be it for Alex Perkins. He goes 5 2/3. Mike White will take it away from the starter, and a new pitcher coming in. So Alex Perkins goes to the dugout, and a reliever stepping in for Bluefield. We'll let you know who it is right after this. 3-1, Tennessee Wesleyan leads with 2 outs on the top of the 6th inning. Cody Gardier is on the mound for Bluefield. Alex Perkins throws 5 2/3, and Gardier is tasked to get this final out of the top of the 6th inning with Williams over at third base. First pitch to Marquez floats outside, and it's ball one. Gardier got the save against Bryan a few days ago, and that shutout victory. Checks at third, deals 1-0. Skips in the dirt, kicked out down the third baseline, and that was the perfect place for it to do that because Williams did not go home. 2 balls, no strikes. Gardier on the year with a 5 ERA, nearly has 3 saves on the season, 33 in the third, 43 hits, 21 runs, 17 earned with 10 walks and 20 strikeouts. 22 strikeouts, that is. Got a 2-0. Gardier looks in. Checks on Williams, the pitch. High and away, ball 3. So he comes in, throws 3 straight balls. At the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Meanwhile, for Adrian Marquez, 1 for 1 today with a run scored. 3-0. It's low for ball 4, and Gardier has yet to throw a strike. Josh Mel Rodriguez, 1 for 1. He's plated 2 runs in this game. Driven in, I should say. Two gone, and the shortstop could break it open. Already a 2-run lead. Rams will have to bat 2 more times. Playing a 7-inning game. First pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. So Gardier is finally in the zone. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 men aboard, both runners on the corners. Checking at third, Gardier nods and fires. Breaking ball smashed in the dirt, ball 1. Cardona thought about throwing because Marquez thought about running. But both of those things do not happen. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone. Tennessee Wesleyan looking for the series win and the doubleheader sweep. Ball and a strike with 2 gone. Gardier checks third and deals. Swing and a flare into shallow center. It is on for a base hit. It'll be 4-1. Throw to third, not in time. Rodriguez slides into second with an RBI single. Just got it off the inside part of the bat, flared it out to center field, and Gardier is yet to get that final out, so another run allowed by Alex Perkins. 4-1 the score. Bring up Reichenborn.
Center fielder, Tyler Reichenborn.
He's had pretty productive day at the plate. 1 for 3 in this game. He had 3 hits in the first game. Gardier trying to just get this final out to send Bluefield into the bottom of the 6th. Trailing by 3 now. They have trailed by 3 2 times today total in this doubleheader. That one's in the dirt, and Gardier just cannot get these breaking balls up. All but 2 of his pitches have been in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Got it 1-0. Gardier looks at third and deals. In the dirt again. Boy, it is really tough for Gardier right here. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. Only forces at first base in a 4-1 ball game. One of the best hitters in the AAC at the plate, too. Don't want to give him anything. Might want to just rely on your infielders to make a play. As that one is swung on and cranked out to right field. Holzer backs up, settles down, and makes the catch as he continues to backpedal. Run scores for Tennessee Wesleyan at the top of the 6th inning. On to the bottom of the 6th. They lead by 3 over the Rams. Granite is on the mound. The day is done. Belair. That pitch goes outside and strike on Jose Santana. Rams need 3 runs. Granite got the 1-out save back in game 1. St. Louis Bluefield deals 0-1. Outside, strike 2. 2-3-4 to the Rams. They have 6 outs to work with. Trying to tie it up or take the lead. Bottom of the 6. Only 7-inning game. 2 is doubleheader. Here's the 0-2. And the dirt ball 1. Rams brought on a new pitcher there at the bottom of the 6th inning. And it was tough for Cody Gardner to keep it going. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs ball 2. Breaking ball, got him on the outside part of the plate. Santana goes down looking. I'll bring up Ozzie Millette. Apologize for the audio difficulties, folks, trying to deal with our bandwidth here. We're running off of a hot spot. Big part of the game, though. Ozzie Millette to the plate. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder up the middle and through for a base hit. Ozzie Millette with another single. And Mike White usually lost his batting helmet on that one. I don't really even know what happened to the third base coach over there. Seems to be okay. Here's Lennon Napoleon. He singled earlier, 1 for 2. Millette scored the lone run for the Rams. Now it's 4-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Granite fires. Good breaking pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Painting it well there. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pickoff attempt. Millette dives back onto the bag. That was a close one there. So look at this final line from Cole Belair. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and the run was not earned. The pitch popped up behind home plate, out of play. Perkins' final line, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And he threw 75 total pitches. Belair only threw 58. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out, man at first. Jack Granite looks over his shoulder and deals. Swinging a liner into right field, dropping quickly, and Marquez makes the catch. He lobs over to first and doubles up Millette. Well, I guess that's why he plays very far in, and he's able to double up the Bluefield third baseman very easily. On to the 7th and final inning. Tennessee Wesleyan looking for insurance, already up 4-1. Welcome back, everybody. Gardere is on the mound in the top of the 7th inning. Bluefield playing in their final inning of this day. First pitch to Dreyer is down the middle on a curveball, strike one. So Gardere struggled in that first couple of innings of work, or at least a third of an inning. Gave up a hit and walked one. Here's the 0-1 to the third baseman. Swings and misses. So the Rams trying to keep this close. They'll have the 5, 6, and 7 batters due up in Cardona, Holzer, and Espinal. I've really been producing for Bluefield in this doubleheader. Millette with 2 hits today. As that one is hit on the ground over to third, Millette throws to first base. That's a tough play, and he made it look easy. Now there's only one gone. Back to Bryce Giles. Bailey Engel on the call for you. Glad that you could join us here in this doubleheader. Number 2 team in the country in Tennessee, Wesleyan, fighting with Bluefield. Rams have kept it close, and really they've had their good starting pitching. Estep lost in that first game and did only give up 1 earned run out of the 3 that were scored by Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams scored a run there in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Giles strides into it, watches it high, ball 1. Have to see who will pitch for Bluefield tomorrow. Likely Nathan Cutler, who just pitched a shutout against Bryan. 1-0. Fouled back, evens it up at 1-1. Ball and a strike with 1 out. The pitch hit in the air to deep left field. Napoleon at the warning track, and that one is gone. First home run of the doubleheader comes from the second baseman for the Bulldogs, Bryce Giles, and now it's 5-1. Well, you knew off of the bat that one was going to get out of here quickly. That's the 6th home run of the year for Bryce Giles. Just escaped off the bat.
Pinch hitter, Alex Flock.
We got a pinch hitter here for Tennessee Wesleyan. That's Alex Flock. (5-1) the score. The pitch outside, ball 1. It was opposite field. Napoleon tried to climb up the wall. He was not getting that. Fouled back. Evens at 1-1. Flock is hitting nearly 300. No home runs for him. 19 RBIs. Has appeared now in 41 games. Tennessee Wesleyan, such a deep roster. Why they're having such a great year. 1-1. Look at a foul tip. That one bounces off the umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. And when you have starting pitching that can not have to rely on just swing and miss stuff and actually pitch a game to rely on your fielders, it's just easy for them to win. Now the 1-2. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. 2 gone now. 5-1 the score. Rams will have to try to come back from a 4-run deficit unless Williams is able to start a new rally here for Tennessee Wesleyan. Wesleyan has scored a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 1 each in the 6th and 7th innings. Anthony Williams batting 5th. The deal. Down the middle of the plate, strike 1. By the way, Flock, was playing in the place of Manny Perez, who finished the day 0 for 3. Despite getting the win in game 1 on the mound, 0-1. Outside and low, evens at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. shot out to left field, dropping for another hit. That's the second hit of the ball game for Anthony Williams. Now goes 2 for 3. He's already scored twice as well. Some opposite field power from these lefties here.
Pinch hitting for the Bulldogs.
Here's Chase Fullington. Pinch hitting in the place of Dan Fry. So Tennessee Wesleyan starting to bring in some new players. They feel that they might have this one won. Fullington swings and misses at a pitch low, strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 0-1, breaking ball and a good one, but it just flies outside. One ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Williams at first base. Gardier fires outside and low. This has been a tough outing for Gardier after having really clutch stuff against Bryan in that 2-0 win. He has struggled to find the zone. Here's the 2-1. Outside and low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, Gardier nods and fires. Swing and a miss. The pitch there, full count. Now Wesleyan down to their final strike in the top of the 7th inning. Gardier trying not to lose him here with Williams over at first base. An opposite field single for him already has given up a home run in this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fullington calls time. Pinch hitter awaits. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. That ends the top of the 7th. Williams left on at first. Rams' final chance at the doubleheader to get a win coming up here in the bottom of the 7th, down 5-1. Final chance coming up for Bluefield. Granith is on the mound. Joseph Cardona and his team down 5-1. The first pitch goes down the middle for a strike. So Tennessee Wesleyan 3 outs away from serving up another AAC Series win. Here's the 0-1. Outside and low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rams need to rally to try to keep this one close and send it to extras as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning, final inning of work. Cardona looks at that one, low and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Granith I believe this will not be a save opportunity for him. Here's the 2-1. Into the air, out to left field. Looking back, Fullington at the warning track. He backs up to the track to make the catch with a win, nearly pushing that one out. Andreas Holzer up to the plate with one out, and the Rams down by 4. Cardona's gotten a lot of lift on his bat.
Right fielder Andreas Holzer.
First pitch to Holzer. He swings and grounds it over to third. Straight up by Dreyer. Sidearms to first. 2 gone. Rams down to their final out.
Shortstop Marcus Espinal.
Here's Marcus Espinal. Senior day coming up tomorrow. But can the Rams force that into being a rubber match? Taking a first pitch strike, knee high, strike 1. Did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Ground ball, this could be it. Straight at short, long throw for Rodriguez. Got him. Rams go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 7th, and Tennessee Wesleyan gets the brooms out to sweep the doubleheader. Going to be back tomorrow for Senior Day at 1 o'clock for the first pitch here from Bowen Field. Yours truly will be on the call for that. But as for now, reminding you the final score, Game 2 of this doubleheader, Tennessee Wesleyan picks up a 5-1 win over Bluefield College to improve to 43-8 on the season. So until tomorrow, take it easy, Rams fans.